Hello, my name is Paul and I'm from eDAQ. I'm here today to show you our ER461 EChem kit. It comprises a potentiostat unit, an electrode kit, two software installers and a variety of cables. When you receive your system, please check all of these items off against our packing list to make sure that all the items are in place in the kit. The first task is to install the various software that has been supplied with your system. Locate the eCorder software installer, find the USB stick, insert into a USB port on your computer and proceed to install the software. We're now ready to connect the potentiostat. Locate the power cable and connect it to the back of the unit. Make sure that the power cable has a 3-pin plug and is connected to a socket that has an earth connection. Locate the USB cable and connect it to the back of the instrument, and then insert the USB cable into an appropriate socket on the computer. Finally, locate the potentiostat electrode cable. Note that the connector has a red dot which should be located in the uppermost position, and then gently push the connector, don't twist or turn, push the connector gently into the socket where you will hear a click when it lodges into position. To remove the connector, simply grasp the body of the connector and pull gently until it releases. Again, at no time twist or turn the connector. This is the ET014 EChem electrode kit. First thing to do is to make sure that all the items listed on the packing list are actually in the kit. You'll find you have a number of electrochemical electrodes designed for voltammetric experiments. There'll be a couple of glass reaction vessels for performing the experiments, some inserts for placing on the top of the reaction vessels to hold the electrodes in place, a plastic stand which will give stability to the reaction vessels when you place them on a magnetic stirrer, and inside the glass vessels you'll find you have a special triangular shaped magnetic spin vane. You'll also find a stand which can be assembled to hold the electrodes in place. Let's have a look at one of the electrodes themselves. There are actually 3 working electrodes: a glassy carbon working electrode, a platinum electrode and a gold electrode. Let's have a look at the glassy carbon electrode. This is a plastic coated electrode. There is a protective tip which can be easily removed. You can inspect the tip itself for any damage by using the small magnifying glass included in the kit. It should have a mirror finish. The glass reaction vessel itself has a tapered V shape at the bottom, which enables very small volumes of liquid to be held for experimentation. The potentiostat electrode cable terminates in 3 leads, each fitted with an alligator clip. There is the green wire, which is for the working electrode, a yellow wire for the reference electrode, and a red wire for the auxiliary or counter electrode. The wires are fitted with miniature alligator clips which are suitable for connection to a wide variety of electrodes. The alligator clips can also be removed to reveal a 2mm pin connection which can be used with other types of electrical connector. When you're ready to begin an experiment, please assemble the parts of the ET014 electrode kit that you'll require. Typically there's a working electrode. Insert this into the pre-drilled gasket. Usually there's a fairly firm fit. Similarly for the reference electrode, however, if the fit is very loose, please use one of the O-rings provided to slide over the electrode, which can then be used to adjust the electrode height with the O-ring. Adjust to a similar length to the working electrode, and finally let's put the auxiliary electrode in place. The idea is usually to try to have the reference electrode closer to the working electrode than the auxiliary electrode. Place the magnetic stirrer vane in the glass reaction vessel, and then just do a final adjustment of the height to make sure that the electrodes don't interfere with the spinning of the stirrer vane. When you're happy with the adjustment, we can add the solution that we're going to perform the voltammetric experiment on. The reaction vessel will take about 3 millilitres of solution. Once that is done, we can insert the electrodes and then lightly screw down the cap so that the electrodes are now being held in place. Again, do a final check that none of the electrodes has moved out of position, and then place the reaction vessel in its black plastic stand, which can now be placed on a magnetic stirrer if desired. We also want to attach the electrode leads to the various electrodes. The red clip goes on the auxiliary electrode, the green to the working electrode, and finally the yellow to the reference electrode. It's very important that the alligator clips are connected to the right electrode. If you need any help adjusting the electrode lead wires, please use the helping hands attachment to hold the electrode leads in position. We're now ready to begin the experiment.